So here we are for another video in my website case study. And yet again, we're going to try out another content providing service, see how good they really are. So let's get into this. So hi and welcome back to video number 7 in my premium age website case study. Wow, that's a mouthful. And I'm here with another cup of tea, and I'm here to show you another content providing service that you could use if you're wanting to grow your website quicker and start outsourcing some content. So in this video, we're going to test out BuySellText. Now, this is a company I've used now for around 3 years, and you can see a screenshot now. This is from one of my accounts. I actually have a couple, but this is from one of my accounts, and you can see how I spent several $1,000s with this company. In fact, I probably spent in total, I'd estimate around $20,000 with them. And I've always been really pleased with the service that I've got. But I don't want you to take my word for it. I want you to judge for yourself. So they do not know I am doing this test. And what we're going to do, we're going to order some content for my gardening niche, gardeniaorganic.com. And we're going to see exactly how good their service is. So we'll test how easy the ordering process is, how expensive it was, what the time scales were like for delivery, and then overall you can go to the website and you can see the content for yourself. I will not give you my thoughts or opinions on it. I will simply publish it and let you go over and read the content. I will list the URLs in the video description, and you can go out and check each article and then give me some feedback. Let me know, what did you think of BuySellText and the service that they provided. So let me finish my cup of tea, and then we'll head over to the computer and we'll get started ordering 10 articles from BuySellText. So before we get into today's video content, I'd just like to give a shout out to our sponsor of this video series, and that is ODYS.global. So ODYS, which is ODYS, which stands for Our Domain, Your SEO, are a company that specialise in purchasing top quality aged domains that are full of backlinks, authority and strength. Now, what in theory that will do is give you a really good jump on your competitors and a head start in the niche that you're going into. So if you take a look at the industry, ODYS has aged domains in all types of industries, including things like real estate, travel, business, law, weddings, etc. They pretty much cover every niche that you're thinking of going into. A little bit about them: they are a company that really dominates the marketplace. Their procedure for buying and vetting aged domains is second to none. And if you ever buy a aged domain through ODYS and you have any problems whatsoever, you can reach out to them and they are absolutely guarantee their process. So a lot of the frequently asked questions: how long does it take to get access to ODYS? Well, simply register here by clicking one of these buttons. They will ask a few preliminary questions, and if you're accepted into the process, you get to see the aged domains that's available. Now, if we log into my account, I will show you what the actual dashboard looks like. So at the moment, I am on all industries, and you can see there are all types of domains on here. Now, the ones that you see that are blurred out, they're the domains that's been purchased. So they are selling a heck of a lot of domains. It's a very popular company. And for good reason. Like I say, they vet and process every single domain, so you are assured of buying a really top quality, clean domain. Now, one service that I want to show you that they provide, which is very new, is their pre-order domains. Now, what that means is you can actually specify a type of domain that you're interested in and get access to it before it reaches the public marketplace, which is on their website. And you also get a discount on these domains if you're using this plan. So you can see here, get 24 hours exclusive access to these new domains that you're specifically interested in for $19.99 a month. And then also you can get 48 hours exclusive access for $29.99. Now, the benefits of this are that you get exclusive access to domains that nobody else sees. So you're able to get the pick of the bunch. You're able to get the best domains available before they get snapped up. You also get 10% off buying these pre-ordered domains. And also, there's a money back guarantee. So they will refund your monthly subscription cost to ODYS
if you cannot find a domain that's suitable for you. And the process is here. It's very simple. Step 1, select 1 or 2 packages that are available and proceed to the payout. Set your filtering criteria to the type of domains that you're looking for. And then step 3, they will inform you via text or email every time a single domain comes available that's within your niche. So for instance, if you was looking for a domain in the pet niche, let's say specifically in tropical fish, then they would notify you every time a pet domain comes available that matches the criteria that you specified. So yeah, check out their pre-order domains, and in general, go have a look at some of the domains that's available from ODYS. There are some fantastic buys, and in fact, it's where I got the domain from for this aged website case study. So thanks a lot again to ODYS for sponsoring this video. There is a link in the description that will get you $100 free credit on your first domain. Okay, so here we are at BuySellText. You can see their homepage here. It's very clean, simple layout and easy to navigate. And if you look at the prices at the top, just going to click that. They do give you an idea of the quality levels you can see here. So they're good, they're great, and they're best. That's how they price their 3-tier pricing structure. And you can see here the different types of content are all priced differently. So buyer's guides are more expensive than blog content, you can see here. So the service that I usually use is their great service, which is actually 4 cents per word. I have tried their best quality, and yeah, it was definitely better, but I don't think it's worth double the money there. Now, if you use a good quality at 2.5 cents per word, it is a bit of a gamble. I've tried it and I've had some really good quality content, but I've also had some shockers as well. But I've found that the level of quality on the 4 cents a word has been outstanding. It's always pretty reliable. So let's go ahead and actually place an order. So all you'll need to do is register. And like I say, if you want to register and test out BuySellText, I do have an affiliate link for them, and I do have a discount code, which is Carl01. And that gets you 10% off your first order. Now, I'm obviously already a customer. I spent nearly $20,000 this year with this company, and I'm just going to log in now to my account and place an order. So here we are in one of my accounts. I do actually have 2 accounts, and in this account you can see here I've spent just over $6,000 already this year just on this one account. Now, all you need to do is simply click place order. And you have the regular order, or you can import a spreadsheet. Now, that is really good for me because I do have a keyword hit list where I put all my articles on one spreadsheet. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to order them all individually. Now, the only difficulty I find with BuySellText is that when you place your orders, you can't specify a blog length per article. So I can't put on here one article I want 800 words, one article I want 1200 words. You're best just order them in batches. So if you have 4 or 5 articles that you want 500 words for, do it in one order. And then a second batch you might want 1000 words. Do that in a separate order. So I'm going to name it the Gardening Project. There we go, so we can keep track of all my orders. And then I'm going to select order type. So like I said, they will write your about page, they will rewrite articles, buyer's guides, etc. But we want blog content. And you can see here, this works out at 2.5 cents a word. This works out 4 cents a word. So I'm going to select this one here and then click next step. And then the first thing you want to do is select the word length. So I'm going to go for 1000 words each on these. And then I'm going to input all my articles here. So this will be my first article. So you simply need to put the title in here. And then as soon as you do that, you can see it generates another line where you can continue adding your articles. So I'm going to add 10 articles from here. And then what you need to do is you need to write some instructions. So again, this will be as much instruction as you wish to give them. And you can also do some advanced content options, which are things like type of style. So you might want a writing tone. You might want to select whether it's a native voice. You might want a business type of description or a targeted audience. So there's various different things. You can also give them some guidelines, and you can set them out simply by ticking these boxes. I genuinely just tend to type in some personal instructions like, let's go for winning snippets, please bold H2 headings. I want you to answer the query in the first paragraph, and I fill that out. So what I'll do is I'll just input all the articles I want and some instructions, and I'll jump forward and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so you can see I've entered all the 10 articles. I've also given them some very basic instructions just to demonstrate. You would obviously want to give them as much instructions as you possibly can. And you can even save this as a template. So if we're going to order more in the future, we could use all these settings here so that next time it's a much quicker process. So once you've done that, you simply click next step. And here's where you can get them to do some additional services. So they can post to your WordPress website if you would like. It is free. You simply switch it on and off. And there's a couple of little instructions that tells you how to do that. Delivery within 24 hours, which is a lot of money, $100. I wouldn't do that. In fact, they're usually one of the quickest suppliers of content that I've found. It's usually phenomenally quick. They can add a meta description for you. In fact, why don't we try that? I don't usually, but we'll switch that on. Let's see what they come up with. And they will also do references. So do you want them to put in the article at the bottom the references where they took their source of information? So again, that's free. We might as well have that. So let's click next step. And we're simply onto the payment method. So you can pay obviously again by PayPal, credit cards, etc. So I'm just going to continue with the order by using my debit card to pay, and then I'll show you the next step. So as you can see, order has been placed successfully. If we click go to my orders, you can see here the garden project is there. All the articles are here and they are all pending process. So what happens now is as the writers do them one by one, this little button here that says pending will turn green and it'll say completed. So each day you can come in and you can click and see which ones have been processed. If you want to wait until all of them have been done, they will then email you when every single article has actually been finished. So you don't need to check it daily, you can wait for an email, but I often like to come in daily and start taking the articles off of here and downloading them to my website by copying and pasting them, or wait until they say it's completed. And if you've asked them to upload it to your website, just obviously check your website and see when that process ends. So that's it for now. We can have a look and wait and see what the content looks like as soon as they've finished it.
So it's just been a few weeks since I ordered the content from BuySellText, and as usual, they were the first company to actually deliver on the orders that I did. So tested the 4 companies and BuySellText was the first one to complete. And now that's not unusual. They are one of the fastest content companies that I've used. They always produce their content pretty quick because they have such a large pool of writers based in the US. So it is a really fast service. So why don't we jump over to the computer now and I'll show you what content I receive for them and you can judge for yourself what it's like. So let's get onto the computer now.
Okay, so before we have a look at the content, just to let you know some context on this, we ordered the articles on the 24th of the 9th. Cost $400 for 10,000 words. That was 10 articles. And you can see we received it back on the 29th. So around 5 days to receive 10,000 words of content, which is brilliant. In fact, you can see here 2 articles on the right hand side here were both delivered on the 24th. So pretty much the same day. And it was different writers. So you can see here they have selected various writers to do this content, but the good thing is now that I can read each one of these, and if I particularly like one piece of content, I can request a certain writer like this one be the one that writes all the next content. So now I've got some content, I can judge for myself, and I can then assign one writer like this lady here to produce all the content going forward next time. So that's really good. But you can see there were around 7 different writers for 10 pieces of content. So let's have a look at the content itself. So I've selected 4 articles here for you to have a quick look at. I will list all 10 in the description of this video. You can go check them out. Remember, I am not going to judge this content because that would be a little bit biased. I am an affiliate for most of these companies, and if you do choose to use them, then I want that to be your own decision. The only thing I have done is formatted it. So I have spaced some of the sentences out, I've bolded the snippets, I've added some images, and I've added some links. Other than that, the writing that you see is what we receive back.
So you can see we've got the intro here. So easy, inexpensive, and surprisingly successful. Black bag composting is perfect for those with limited space. It's even possible to have quality compost for your indoor plants when living in an apartment. And then she's tried to win the snippet. So she's put black bag composting involves making compost in black bags. Thick black trash can liners and refuse sacks provide the perfect warm and dark conditions that will turn dead leaves and household waste into the perfect compost for your plant. So she's answered a very nice snippet there, but you can see then if you go in, she answers some extra subheadings. So your little ecosystem, how you're creating your own little compost heap within a black bag composting, aerobic or anaerobic. So she's going for secondary keywords. Turning up the heat, how you need to heat up the bags to make it compost quicker. Keeping your cool, so the temperature of them. Is black bag composting just for leaves? What can go in a black bag? And then a conclusion there. So that's the first one. You can see there's some bullet points there. So remember, I have not changed any of the words. So all these words that you see is what this writer submitted. That's what we got back. So let's have a look at the next one. So let's have a look at the intro. Compost tumblers are critical to DIY at-home composting. They're designed to turn and mix the materials while heating is generated to expedite the composting process. Then the snippet. There are several variables that go into composting to maximize the heating process. If you're not doing one or more of them, then you may not get the ideal temperature necessary. It's important to get the mix right, as well as having a well-maintained compost tumbler. Okay, so she's saying that you need to heat the tumbler up, and if it's not heated up right, then there is a problem. The only thing that I would say there, that doesn't really answer why it's not heating up. So I would have maybe put, there are several reasons why it's not heating up, and it could be this, that, and the other. So maybe that snippet could be a bit better. But hey, like I say, I'm not here to judge this article in front of you. I want you to have a look. So you read it and let me know what you think. So she's gone for more secondary keywords. And what I really like is she's tried to win the snippet for the secondary keyword, which is really good. It's a technique a lot of people are starting to use now. So here, what is the proper ratio of greens and browns? That's a material that goes in there. And she's answered the snippet for this. So not only is she trying to win the snippet here for the main H1 heading, she's trying to win the snippets for these secondary headings, which is fantastic. So I love the writer for doing that. So she's done a really good job with that. And again, they're winning this one. So brilliant. Again, another lovely looking article. I wouldn't put that snippet there because she's trying to win a snippet and there's a link in the snippet. So that could be my editor's fault. I wouldn't ever put a link with inside a snippet. Google just won't like that. But again, another one and final words. So again, go take a look at this article and let me know what you think. Let's have a look at one more. So how much compost to mix with soil? So they've sent this article back. You can see, I say, nicely formatted by my editors. And if we have a look at the intro, when it comes to getting the right ratio in the garden, you might be wondering how you work out how much compost you should mix with your soil. It's important to get the balance right because it saves you time and money and ensures your plants are healthy. But how do you know how much compost to use? And then they've put here, the quantity of compost you need depends on the type of plants you are adding to it. But in general, you want to add between 1/2 and 1/4 of an inch of compost if you are putting the compost on top of the soil. If you are digging the compost, you can dig about 1 to 2 inches. So they're trying to be specific on the measurements and actually give that answer within the snippet. So that's pretty good. And as you can see here, again, 1,000 words. Again, I've not changed any of these. We've just added little nice features like this quotation here. So that is us, that's the editors that's done that. And again, how much compost should you use? How much compost around shrubs? How do I add compost to my garden? When should I add compost to my garden? And then a summary. So again, a nice looking article. Let's have a look at the last one.
So where to place a compost tumbler. So again, if you are keen to get into composting, you are probably wondering where to put your compost tumbler for the best possible effects. There are a few things you need to think about in terms of positioning, so we're going to explore the pros and cons of different places you can put it. And then gone to win the snippet. When positioning your compost tumbler, you need to think about where it is in relation to the house, any boundary walls and plants. You don't want it to shade other things, and you don't want it to be in full shade because the warmth of the sun helps to keep it active and helps it to compost quickly. So I love it. That's absolutely fine. And again, trying to win these secondary keywords, some nice bullet points. So again, a lovely looking article. Plenty of secondary keywords to go after here. So that's really good. Should I worry about the wind? Will it blow it over? So yeah, pretty good. So there you go. There's 4 articles that I've received back. All 10 are published. Like I said, link is in the description. Please read them. Let me know in the comments. Do you like the content we've just received from BuySellText? Remember, $400 for 10,000 words, and it was back within 5 days.
Okay, so it's been some time now since I ordered 10 articles from BuySellText, very anonymously, and you are now able to go over and check the results for yourself. Like I say, I will not influence you in any way, shape or form. You can use whatever company you use or write them yourself, which is the better option. But if you do decide to use them, you can get a 10% discount off your first order. Just simply click the link in the description and use the code CARL01 at the checkout and you're going to get 10% off your first order. But like I say, it's entirely up to you whether you use them, but I'm going to test a few companies out so you do have a few choices and you know how easy the process is and the quality you're going to get for the money that we've paid. Remember, all the links to the articles are in the description below. Leave me a comment. How did you think they did? Was it worth it? Or have you used them in the past and how are you liking them? Let me know. Give me some feedback on them. But for now, thanks for joining me in this video. I think in the next video, we'll be testing one more company out and then we'll see how they've done. So thanks for joining me. If you're new and you want to follow this video series, remember to subscribe to the channel. And more importantly, make sure you click that little bell icon and then you're notified every time I bring a video out within this series. So thank you to ODYS, the company that supplied me with the premium age domain. All the details for them are below. And there's also an affiliate link with a discount for you in the description. So thanks a lot and I'll see you next time.